Alright, let's start with the new video. So our criteria for selecting the stock is the stock that has the most volume in a day. Volume makes more sense to me. It means that there is some conviction behind all the trading that is happening in the stock. So let's start with the first one. First is the highest trading stock on Nifty 50 today was Tata Steel. I've already done some analysis, as you can see, but just to take you through my methodology, we'll start with the monthly analysis first. On a monthly chart, this one looks okay. There's a while this trend looks very small, very short. Remember, this each candle represents a month. So I think quite some action has happened while this line emerged. Okay, so it will take years to reach this line, but in any case, we'll keep it drawn. You never know when it might come handy. Let's go to a weekly one. Okay. So let's see the short trends whenever they are broken, right? Whenever they are broken, something good comes out, definitely for definite purposes, right? This one, there's nothing much to do here. I believe yes, this trend line has broken, but I think it will become more clearer on a daily chart. And this upward movement of prices, I think there will be a definite retest also there, and the validation has happened. If that is the case, this should be the first target, but more clearer. It will be more clearer on a daily chart. Let's go to a daily chart. All right. All right. See, as I said, retest has happened here. This one was a retest, and it has bounced back. Now the first resistance it will face is at this point, which is through. It is through here, right? But still falling back. Let's see the action on the next few days. And the second resistance would come here. Oh wow! It touched and came back. Alright, let's see how this responds. If it crosses above this line, then we'll see a further upward movement till 113. Right, nice. Alright, let's go to a hourly chart. Okay, what does the hourly chart has to show us? Okay, this was a definite trend line. It got broken, it got tested and went back. I think nothing new we'll see here. Just what we saw on a daily chart. It was supposed to, the first test happened here, exactly right. Second test is going to happen here. 110, there is still some scope for it to rise up. So see, first dip, second dip, it will go up. I think it will go to 110. Let's draw an indicator here so that tomorrow when we see this again, we know that we were right, or we'll learn our lesson. This will be the stop loss if I have to go into the trade, and this would be the first target, and this would be the second target. 113. I see a resistance line forming here. This one, this will be a good resistance line, and it is just languishing on this resistance line. The stock is just languishing on this resistance line. I'll leave a horizontal line to understand what happens here. If it is able to overcome, the stock will go to 110. Very short, very short distance here, not much to be earned, but no harm in trying, right? Alright, next was ONGC. Let's see what's happening in ONGC today. Okay, let's start with the monthly analysis first. This will take its time, refreshing. Alright, ONGC, if we look at the macro trend, there was a downfall for quite some time, but it has been rising up. Exactly in March 2020, this when the entire world was going down, this one started rising up again. And it was actually April 2020. Not a bad thing to see. Alright, so there's definitely a downward trend at continuing for a few months. Let's choose a segment here. Are we right? Yep. All right. If we take this trend, it has already been broken, right? We see a uptick here, but let's go to a weekly chart to understand more. If you ask me, this pattern, this was the pattern, this was the actual pattern. We are in the stock was moving upwards, right? Going from here. This was the trend line that the stock was following, right? This trend was never completed. Let's see this thing. The trend was not completed, hence it's a spoiled trend line. Let's not even keep it, retain it. Here there are a few possibilities. First, since the trend line has broken, it might retest or might not retest. It's just at the verge of this line, right? Let's draw it. If it shows a breakout here, it will go up further. If it doesn't, it will go down. Has another there's a Dow getting formed. Okay, this till here, 2, 3, and 4. So if I'm not wrong, this is how this is going to move. Once that crosses this line, this will be the final target, which is 184.26. Before we find whatever it's going to do next. All right, let's go to a daily chart. Let's see what surprises are hidden for us there. Oh my god, yep, this was showing a good downtrend. Okay, I don't think so this trend makes any sense to me anymore. Yep. A mini Dow has been completed. The bigger Dow is pending. Let's see how it goes. I won't waste my time much here, but let me just try one thing. This trend lines are mostly, price action is mostly a lot of trial and error. So let me just do my trial here. What I feel, oh man, this is a good trend line. Yes, pattern was completed here. It was broken. Now, first target, if this goes up now, right, you have your first target is here. This is, if this crosses, this would be the second target. You should enter here. Sorry, you should enter here the moment it crosses it. The first target would be here, second target would be here, this one, third target here, and fourth one is here. Alright, this is amazing. This is good discovery. Let's take a look at the hourly chart also, just for the sake of it. A lot of crisscrossing. I don't think so it is going to make sense to us. Okay. No, leave it. Leave it. Not worth the time. Okay, next was Coal India. Oh, Coal India was the third. With number 3 yesterday, right? And today. So the macro trend is that the consumption of coal is going up given the energy crisis that is happening in the world because of the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia. Okay, there was a downtrend showing signs of life again. There's a Dow forming here. Here it goes. W, this one, right? I hope you can see it. Well, it will be visible only to a trained eye, so don't strain too much. Let's go to the weekly chart so that if you can see if there's any trend forming, any pattern forming. No, this is, it started a little bit on slowly. This rise started slowly, and then it got a lot out of control. Okay. Now if I were to draw it further, it is getting even more out of control, forming a fan. The fan is never sustainable, right? I don't think so. We should do anything here. This is going to go up, that for that I'm sure, but not sustainable. On a daily chart, yep, this was a resistance line, almost a supply zone, you can say, was getting formed. But and from this supply, there has been a very good retest over here. All right, Core India done. Nothing much to do here. Let's go to ITC, the king these days, the Busek one, going strong and strong and strong and strong, and finally unlocking value after years of lingering at only one place. Alright, finally the momentum here shows a little bit of dip. I don't know if this is going to be serious or not. I look at the weekly chart. I don't find anything interesting on the monthly one. A weekly chart is also not very interesting. I'll go to the daily chart. This rising superhero again. No, nothing much to be done here. I won't speculate on this coming down. I don't want it to come down. Let's go in on hourly chart. An hourly chart shows us that alright, there was some trends which have already been broken. If we had followed this one, just for the sake of it, let me draw it for you. And there we go. Oh man, we could have shorted this nicely, but nothing to be done. Leave it. Let's go to the Ali is also done. Want to see the 15-minute chart once? Okay, let's see the 15-minute chart once. Here it goes. Oh my god, here is the Dow. Here is the clear Dow that is forming here. Right, let me show you how the Dow is being formed. There you go, from the top to the bottom, going back to the middle top, forming another bottom, and going like this, forming the top here before you start to come down. I don't know if you'll come down, you'll stay there, but there's a perfect Dow. This is a perfect Dow. It will go up on a 15-minute chart. You can see that it's showing reversal. Now I'll go back to the hourly chart. Again, hourly chart is showing some signs of life. The Dow was not very visible at that time, becoming more visible now. And daily chart. Oh, it's not visible at all, but that's okay.